Hello everyone. Welcome to F1 fame. So, what an awesome race that was in Jeddah. Max and Leclerc DRS drama. But this video is about the Silver Arrows. And who is running the show? You may ask. Mr. Toto Wolff. So, as the team principal for the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team, Toto Wolff knows he is blessed with a good problem. Even if his biggest rival says it is going to cause a headache. James Allison, the chief technical officer of Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team, has shed some light on their most recent debrief. After Bahrain race, he said, "Most of the media personals are wrong about the porpoising effect on the car. The media is saying it's something aero-related, which is totally wrong. So far we can say it's something with the suspension setup, and the team is Mercedes, and we have seen them do miracles mid-season many times. Mercedes has won 8 straight F1 Constructor Championships. Special thanks in large part to Lewis Hamilton's 6 Drivers' Championships with the team. But also because the team consistently has a world-class second driver as well. Not the second in priority, but a world-class driver who can turn the game to their way. Like Nico Rosberg did in the past. Or Valtteri Bottas, most recent departed driver. Valtteri Bottas has served beside Hamilton as a teammate for the past 5 years. Finishing second or third in the driver's standings 4 times. However, Bottas never finished a season ahead of Hamilton. And was often tasked with assisting his teammates' pursuit of championship glory. Mercedes parted ways with Bottas last year. One of the many storylines that is sure to dominate the new season of the hit Netflix documentary series, Drive to Survive. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner warned that the new dynamics, which has officially begun to play out at F1's opening race on March, could become a problem for Wolff, Hamilton, and the Mercedes team. But the W13 is not up to the speed to challenge the current favorite, Ferrari and Red Bull. Hamilton has to have more competition internally because he's got a hungry, competitive young teammate who is going to be snapping at his ankles. Horner said to the media during F1 testing. Life is not going to be getting easier for him. That's for sure. George is going to be a big factor this year. He has been blisteringly quick in all the junior categories. He's one of the standout talents. And dealing with his drivers will give Toto a headache this year. While Horner might have been intentionally needling his rival, Wolff doesn't seem too worried, knowing he can build on the experience of dealing with that type of headache in the past. I've learned on the job with the most difficult relationship between Nico Rosberg and Lewis, and then an easier one between Valtteri and Lewis, Wolff told Insider when asked how he keeps the tension from becoming a problem. This is a very different dynamic. And again, I'm going to learn on the job, but with more experience than I had in the past, going into this open-eyed, that it may be something where I need to put the framework in place and make sure that the dynamic doesn't escalate in a way that it would harm the team. Toto says in the press conference. Hamilton's unselfishness makes Wolff's job easier. Wolff also has experience working with Russell, as the Brit signed as part of Mercedes' Young Driver program in 2017. He just simply posted a CV to Wolff out of nowhere and gets the job. It's still, the key to the dynamic is Hamilton. Why? Wolff says, he has bought into the team concept despite all his individual success. I'm very conscious about the conflict of interest between the two of them, between the team and the driver. Wolff said. But with Lewis, he is so bought into the notion of team spirit. The best example of this came at the end of the 2021 season. He said. After Hamilton finished behind Red Bull rival Max Verstappen in 3 consecutive races, Hamilton faced an uphill climb for the Drivers' Championship. However, Wolff noted that Hamilton only became more focused on making sure the team won their 8th straight Constructors' Trophy. The Drivers' Championship is almost gone 3 or 4 races before the end. Wolff told Insider. And Hamilton came to Toto and said, let's at least make sure that we beat these guys for the team championship. And that's a driver saying that. Considering that he just lost the driver championship, Wolff has made it clear on many occasions that Mercedes does not have number 1 or a number 2 driver, and that both are given the same car and the same opportunities. Which we can see in their past races. Yeah. There will be some misunderstanding within the viewers and the drivers about some decisions that eventually decide the race. But as far as I think, and it's totally me saying that, I have seen very few team orders in Mercedes team over some controversial decisions that decide the race, teams like Ferrari or Red Bull with Seb and Kimi, or Seb and Leclerc. Or we can say Max and Checo or Seb and Webber. Those are more controversial over Valtteri, it's James. Hold position type of things. However, Wolff also acknowledges that at some point, success is more difficult if the individual drivers don't believe in the team concept, and as we can see, most recent drivers at Mercedes, Valtteri Bottas performing at his day, his best, even Lewis cannot come close to him. But Valtteri makes some mistakes in races, which cost the Finn with some major race losses like Azerbaijan 2018. First of all, we need to provide a car that they're actually capable of winning races and championships. Wolff said. If that is the case, we need to make sure that it's for the benefit of the drivers, their own benefit and the team. And that would mean having the two of them buy it into what we then need to be the necessary strategy. But so far we can see the Mercedes is out of count as race-winning cars. Drivers are struggling with balance, and the cars porpoising like crazy. Slow on straight line speed, losing time on corners, and all the bad stuffs. As far as the third best car ahead of Alpine. The positive thing is, drivers are hoping the car is capable, but needs some problems to be solved to gain the balance and speed it's missing. We all know how Mercedes can turn the table mid-season to gain the titles at the end. So far the drivers are playing it cool without any major incident. George is looking as strong as he was hoped by the viewers. So what do you think? Who will be the top team come Australia? Let us know in the comments section below.